Hello and welcome to this first video in Die Cut December. This month I'm hoping to bring you lots of quick and easy, clean and simple card making videos that involve die cutting. So for my first card I'm going to be using these dies, some stitched square frame dies, two little coffee cups, a smoky swirl and a saucer. To start with, I taped my two frame dies together, and I did this just so that I could maximise my card usage, because what I want is a square panel, and that smaller frame die is going to give me that, and I wanted a larger frame around it, and so that's what I'm going to get from the larger frame die. You'll see what I mean when I come to assemble my card at the end. But I ran them through my Gemini die cutting machine, and the sandwich I used for this first run was the clear plate, the plastic shim, the magnetic shim, the die, the cardstock, then a metal shim, and then a self-healing cutting mat. And I used the metal shim in this sandwich because sometimes the square frame dies that I've got don't cut very cleanly. They were just very cheap ones from Amazon, so they seem to need a little bit of extra help to get a clean cut. The coffee cups, the saucers, and the steam swirls cut fine without a metal plate, so that was good. I cut two of each coffee cup so I could stack them, give them a bit of extra dimension. And I cut the steam swirls into my card panel just above where I wanted to put the coffee cups, so it looks like the steam's coming out of the coffee cups, obviously. I did one way up and one the other way up so that they were almost mirror images of each other, because I wanted the coffee cups to be mirror images of each other. I hope that makes sense. To colour my die cuts, I use Peacock Feathers Distress Oxide and a blending brush, and I'm adding colour so it's darker at the bottom of the cups where there will be some shadow, and lighter at the top of the cups where the light in my imagination is shining directly down onto the coffee cups. The saucers I coloured in the same colour and again made them dark where the shadow of the cup would fall if there was a light above it. To get a really smooth blend on my coffee cups, I added more ink in the darker areas with a detail brush, just to, as I say, get a smoother blend and a bit more dimension. Once they were coloured, I used my all-purpose glue to stack the die cuts on top of each other. And then I arranged the saucers and coffee cups on my card panel and stuck them down again with all-purpose glue. I wanted to place the two coffee cups quite close together, almost overlapping, as if they are kind of snuggled together, because this is a card I want to give to a friend to invite out for coffee, and having those two coffee cups there close together, snuggled together, is it kind of evokes for me the closeness that I have with this friend, and our friendship and bonding over coffee. And I thought this arrangement, with them being close together and overlapping, looked really cosy and friendly. To add some coffee to my coffee cups, I used a brown mild liner pen and just coloured in a little ellipse of coffee there. And then I stamped my sentiment. I did it on a piece of scrap paper first, just so I could see how much room it was going to take up, so I'd know where on my card panel to start stamping, because I wanted the word coffee ? Directly centrally under my coffee cups. The ink I'm using is some Vintage Photo Distress Oxide, and the stamps, again, I got those from Amazon, I think. So now it's time to assemble my card. I've got an A4 piece of hammered white cardstock, and instead of cutting it down to make the card base and assembling everything, I'm going to assemble everything and then cut it down. I just do this sometimes when I've got something like this square frame. I'm not quite sure how big it is and I can't be bothered to measure it, so I just stick it down and then I add my square panel inside, making sure it's as straight as I can get it, and then I slice my paper to the appropriate width, get out my scoreboard, score just above, well, score where I want to fold it, and then fold it and slice off the bottom, the excess. And that's just a really quick way of making a card base. So I do hope you join me for the rest of my die cut December videos. I do have a lot of dies that I've been collecting over the last few years, and I really want to use them more and sort of dig into my stash and pull out some that I haven't used in a while. And hopefully that might encourage you to do the same with the dies that you have. Well, that's it. That's this card all made. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, do leave a comment and a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you back here very soon for more die cut December videos. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.